Good afternoon, America, and good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are on this big world. I want to thank you for watching this video. And today, this video is going to definitely upset a lot of people. Okay, now know that I want to upset people, but the undiluted truth tend to upset people. And I don't think you should expect less than the little truth with me. First, a little story. When I was a kid, I don't know, maybe 9, 8, every Thursday, our teachers used to take us to the church. And I didn't know better. That was the first time that I was going to go to church. So I was excited with all the kids. And all these line of kids, you know, of course, I was leading. I was born with an Aries dragon's head. So I was born a leader of the mind, but also a leader of the pack. That's my stars. So as we approached the church, I was looking at this magnificent building. I said, oh my gosh, this is big, impressive, beautiful. And then I saw the priest coming out. And he came close to me and he looked at me and he said, come on, coming, everybody. And he grabbed my hand and he led me into the church. And as soon as I entered the church, it felt very cold. You know, those old building in France, all this, they have big, huge, thick wall and tend to be, you know, keep cold in the summer or hot in the winter or whatever. So I felt the cold immediately. That was not a good sign. And then, oh my gosh, he led me to Jesus. I saw this man on a cross and I saw the blood actually coming out of his chest. That freaked the hell out of me. I said, oh my gosh. And I just, you know, tried to run out. And the priest was holding me. He says, no, stay. And he was talking to me, but man, he was stinking. He was stinking wine. His breath, I never forget, his breath was stinking wine. You expect French from the south of France and a priest on top of that. You have to remember that. You know, Neptune rules deception, illusion, drugs, alcohol, religion. So he had just a few teeth left. Oh, he was stinking. So I managed to get away from him and I ran off that church. And then even my mom was trying to tell me, you know, it's okay. No, Mom, I don't like it. That doesn't feel right. And since that day, you may blame my first experience in being introduced to Christianity at such a young age by looking at a man dying on a cross. That was petrifying for me. I knew it was wrong from the get-go, and that led me to write this newsletter today, mostly because we are moving into the age of Aquarius. So as always, it's a must for you to click on any of the links that you have in that newsletter, because there is a lot of things that I won't cover that you may find significantly interesting. First, we are still into this SOS to the world deadly plutonic window, and my quatrain and keyword mentioned the famous death. And today we had the Colby Cave of NHL, Edmonton Oilers. He died at 25. So, famous death. Now, if you want to know why, how, and when, all the detail, the links are always live. But I concentrate, I'm objective, I concentrate on the keywords to tell you and prepare you for a famous death. What else do we have? Former NFL star and MASH actor die. Again, famous death. Another news that is involving death is the United States is now reporting more coronavirus deaths than any other country in the world. Now, talk about my SOS to the world deadly window, giving you that date. The timing is correct, but you need to keep in mind also on the upcoming SOS to the world. That would be April the 8th. So the link is live, click in it. All right, now some world leaders ignore official warning about COVID-19. That tells you how unbelievably idiot those people are. And I wonder, scratching my uneducated head, how it is possible that these people are in place of power. This is amazing. They're totally, entirely, and completely reptilians infected, and they want you to die. The other one, pastors who ignore social distancing. There are pastors who actually ignore social distancing. On Easter weekend, CNN SC Cup takes a look at the impact of coronavirus pandemic will have on the holiday, decrying religious leaders who insist on holding in-person services to prove a political point or their ignorance and stupidity. The choice is yours. I'm not in your head. You have your UCI. You have your own unique celestial identity, and you can only relate to me because of your education, your intelligence, your experiences, and most of all, your stars. So it's up to you to check those information. And what's even scary is when a lot of Christians believe that a lot of Christians and pastors believe that the true Christians view death as a welcome friend. That is insanity. That is total insanity. No one has the right to suffer or to die in the pit of this universal cosmic ignorance and this religious poisoning. So you can read all that. You can look at the pictures that I took and everything else that is in there for you. So I'm asking you now, and you will have a link again, to sign my petition. I'm not telling you anything more than go and click on the link and sign my petition. You will see why it is important for you to do so. Now, parents fear the apocalypse have killed their family. Wow, how many times have you heard of such a news that their belief system is now being endorsed by pastors who believe that true Christians view death as a welcome friends? So instead of facing reality, instead of fighting like a normal human being, oh no, let's kill everybody. I'm going to kill my wife. I'm going to kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. I'm going to kill the cat and the dog. And at the end, I'm going to swallow a bullet in my head. Wow. That's to tell you how depleted the human psyche has become in the name of religion, which have been, remember, imposed upon the world by the reptilious agenda. Wow. I knew, since childhood and this experience, I instinctively knew that religious people were not only foolish, but prone to become dangerous to themselves and others. I'm referring to ISIS, who will not hesitate to kill you if you don't support their caliphate. But that's something I did not know then, but now I realize that's because a lot of people were born with a Neptunian karmic UCI. It's pink. So click on the link if you do not know what I mean. Okay, just click on the link and educate yourself. Remember, knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. So a pop artist decided to use my voice in his music. So you can click on that video and listen to my voice, because it's just a reflection of what I just told you when I was a kid and I was introduced to Jesus. To me, it was a man which was dying on a cross, and I saw his blood coming down his chest. It scared the hell out of me because I'm ultra sensitive. All right, a lot of people wears a cross to represent their religion. I don't believe in the junk, but the cross is something that the Romans have used to kill people. So what if I was walking around with the guillotine? Hello? It's the same stuff. It's something that was created by reptilians infected mind, the scientists of those days, to kill people. The guillotine. I could just wear one around my neck. It's my right. I could say that. You see how stupid it sounds? Now, when you wear a cross, do you think you believe you sound or you look stupid? Of course not, because you've been indoctrinated. Long story. All right. So, what else do we have? In the few videos that I have posted last few days, I have explained to you that you were made in the image of God, and you know it or not, you like it or not, you have inherited the creative forces of your creator. So all of you are God and goddesses in training on this dance physical world, creating your reality. And this is why when you have people like Reverend Jones, okay, he brought a bunch of people to an exotic island. Remember, Neptune rules exotic places, poisoning, religion, deception, lies. Neptune rules the subconscious forces. Okay, and incidentally, Christianity have chosen the fishes to represent their particular religion. Now you have one fish that goes upstream, Einstein, Michelangelo, George Washington, Dr. Cherry, swim upstream towards God's feet and the cosmic code and translate it for your benefit. That's the positive fish. Then you have the negative fish. Remember, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, gut, the ball. Every sign is both positive and negative. Then you have negative fish, or Joel Osteen, Osama bin Laden, swimming down hell into the pit of ignorance and leading people to their death. So this is what Jones did. Reverend Jones brought a bunch of people in a remote island. Remember, Neptune rules exotic places and remote islands and confinement places, not just churches, synagogue, and all these temples, and that's what Neptune rules. So he brought all these people and he poisoned them. First with his words, and all these oblivious, indoctrinated idiots, no other words, end up being poisoned and killed by their leaders. Same story with David Koresh, who teach and preach the end of the world, and then we're going to end in fire. The next thing you know, all these people, not knowing better, follow their leaders, which was reptilians infected, and all these people have experiences their thoughts. At the end, they all end up in fire. So you can see the pictures again of what happened to all these poor people who were killed by the government, to those who are into conspiracy. The reality is, if your UCI is rational and down to earth, in no way are you going to be able to connect with my advanced spiritual work. But, a lot of you are highly spiritual, and that's why you come back. Thank you for that. So, look at these pictures, read my words, and maybe you'll understand, because when I speak and when I write, it's different. And maybe you're not a visual. Maybe you don't learn by listening to videos. You're not audible. Excuse me. You're visual, so you have to read. Okay. All right. So right now, there's a hell of a lot of people getting depressed. Jesus, my business is really, I'm busy, put it this way, a lot of demand, people going completely insane. It is a perfect time for you. If you don't have the money to spend on me, I understand 300 or 700 bucks is a lot of money. Okay, at least put your hand on my book, Beyond the Secrets. Understand the forces of your subconscious. Understand how you can control fear, how you can control indoctrination and idiocy, in other words, because you're not aware. You're a power source of creation, and you're creating your reality every single passing day. And the more you fear coronavirus, remember, magnet will attract a piece of wood, the more you're going to attract the disease, the virus. And again, science has proven me right. As I said yesterday, people who have bit the virus got so scared that it attracted again. So there is something in my work that you have to assimilate. So my book, Beyond the Secret, is a perfect time for you to get your mind away from all this mess and educate yourself and gather the strength and upgrade your psychical vibration. All right. Again, you know what? Like Nostradamus used to say, if you're not happy, it's because you did not live your destiny. A life without knowledge of the stars' plan is contrary to all laws and order. in reference to the cosmic code. Remember, God never came down and wrote no books, my friend. The reptilians had infected the mind of those people who wanted to get close to your children, who didn't want to work hard, okay? And, you know, that was a perfect job then, create a religion. The point is now you have 875 different religions, which you have been cursed geographically by your grandparents, by your parents. So it's time for you to stand for yourself, to stand for your freedom as a true seeker, a real true seeker. Be part of my movement. What else do we have? Walmart CEO says that we are in the air color phase of panic buying. It's like toilet paper. So, like always, I have to bypass the idiocy of those people, because if I go to the shopping center next door and I can't find toilet paper, I'm going to wipe my butt. So I understand why people are going crazy. So you know what I did? I'm not going to tell you. It'd be too easy. I want you to read. I want you to go and look at the pictures. I took it for you, and I tell you what to do to save money. In fact, you don't need toilet paper. Well, if you do, just very, very little. You can follow my example. I have to be ahead of time. I have to help you save money. I have to make sure you don't feed the reptilians and educate you the best way I can, physically and spiritually. Okay? All right, so read my new ID that can help you to wipe your butt without using paper, or very little paper. I love it. All right. So, of course, you have a bunch of idiots and those Neptunians out there that this guy said in one of my video. Honestly, at this time, you need some good weed. In his mind, alcohol, awakens the immune system and allow entity attachment. It's the kid. He's a moron. He's part of those ones who put the thumb down because I talk about the wonderful stars of President Obama leading this country like a real true president should do, by compassion, being intelligent, and most of all by using his Aquarius energy to make a prediction of a virus that was going to curse this country. So much better than the current infected president, who is obviously reptilian infected, because every time words come out of his mouth are negative and directed at the minority, would there be a yellow, green, or black? But can't blame him. This is Taurus. He was born with a tail of the dragon in Sagittarius. That brings a hell of a lot of bad luck with foreigners, foreign affairs, our compatriots outside of this country, including religion and nature. So, you have elected him. So now you're suffering his fate. Okay? Pretty much like the Germans have elected Hitler, and we suffer his fate. Common sense. He's the most powerful man in the world. What do you expect? What else? Remember, the reptilians have created all religion, okay? And you're cursed geographically, okay? If you're born like me in France, you're going to be Christian. Here, chances are you'll be Christian. If you're born in the Middle East, you ain't going to be Christian. Oh, no. And if you land on ISIS, they're going to make sure to kill you. You see what I'm trying to say? So there is so many religions out there, and I collected the major big ones, and the number of people that are following and endorsing the reptilian agenda. Christianity, 2.2 billion followers, probably double by now. Islam, 1.6, Hinduism, 1 billion, Buddhism, 375 million, and so forth. Just look at these people that are totally oblivious and endorsing and supporting the reptilian agenda that confine people in one specific religion. And if you don't share the same belief or the same religion, hey, you're going to die. You know what Napoleon used to say? If I had to choose a religion, the sun as the universal giver of life would be my God. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. That was Napoleon. He was only 25 years old and he led a bunch of French people to die. Tells you that he was also infected, but he didn't know better. His ego was too big. Well, that's what Leo do. All right, now, um, I wrote a quatrain about what I believe is going to become more and more obvious, and we'll let you read it. Yeah. And the title is Neptunus Religius Satanus. Read this quatrain, all right? Because I don't want to push it. I just want you to read it, and then hopefully my vision will not come to pass. All right, now another very important thing that I talk about in this newsletter is all these educated idiots, and we could take, for example, Neil deGrasse. Neil deGrasse. I wrote, in the absence of cosmic consciousness, science, conspiracy, and religious imagination have the wrong answers. There are no accidents, just consequences the 5 logical human senses cannot yet perceive. Now, this guy says that the universe is a dark place that is trying to make it brighter before he dies. And I said, no, the universe is a bright, living spiritual entity, and I'm offering its secret before I die. That's the difference between an educated idiot, pothead, born in October, they all are potheads, including Gupta, who supports pot. And of course, he doesn't tell you that he promoted pot, and kids don't know better. And the next thing you know, they also smoke those e-cigarettes, and pot and e-cigarette doesn't do good for your lungs. The next thing you know, their respiratory system, as predicted, is very, very weak, and they are perfect candidates for the reptilians to give them coronavirus and kill them. Hello, Mr. Gupta, you don't talk about this on CNN. All right, well, this is how it is, my friends. So we are really, really fast now going to the world of Aquarius, the age of religion, the age of deception, the age of poisoning, the age of Pisces is on his way out. So this is one of the reasons why all these priests now are forced to use technology, Aquarius, to get their fix. They still need their fix, which is religion, okay? So the idiots are going to bring people and later on kill them. The smart ones are going to use technology and adapt to the age of Aquarius, if that makes sense to you. So I'm asking you to understand that we are fast moving in the understanding of a new phase in cosmic tools of the Creator. That's the age of Aquarius. With my guidance and through my predictive article and my videos like this one that are read and watched by millions all over the world, this is the new age of Aquarius. And God's true universal identity is slowly but surely being revealed to all his children. In other words, you have been enslaved by God himself to understand what I'm talking about. Yes, it is time for you all to discard the old paradigm of religious separation and embrace a new cosmic reality that will one day unify all human beings living under the same stars. I'm seeking to bring forth cosmic consciousness to all global citizens and ask you to join our movement on the Cosmic Code website. Now, remember, you can be black, you can be brown, you can be yellow, you can be white or green if you're an ET. Doesn't matter what. If you follow one specific religion, you're going to attract negative attention, because you don't vibrate at the same stupidity than other people who are also religious infected. But if you understand that regardless where you are on the planet, if you have a sun sign, you have a rising, you have a moon sign, you have a dragon. So when you look at it, religion separates when astrology, which is the universal initial religion, okay, you understand that it's unified. You know, when Jesus talked about his 12 apostles, he's talking about the 12 signs of the zodiac, which reflects the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the year, the 12 scenes, the 12 jury, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 notes of music. It's a mystical, metaphysical thing. But God's initial cosmic ministry was being cast aside. If you remember, some people, okay, the kings were following a star on the back on a camel. How the hell do you want to follow stars? Did they make turbocharged camel 2,000 years ago? You cannot follow a star on the back, on the top of a camel. You can only follow a star when it's plotted in the map. And this is what the ancients were doing. And that's what Jesus was trying to do, to introduce our Father in the heavens, to introduce God as he really is speaking his divinity through the sign. But all your religious leaders have lost the essence. They do not talk God cosmic language. They don't read the sign. The opposite, they say you're going to go to hell if you go doing this, or if you follow my work. That's where you are at, my friend. And you're here to wake up to the reality that I know what I'm talking about. And sooner or later, I will make sense to you. So what I want you to do is to sign the Declaration of Divine Cosmic Consciousness. This is a movement that is a petition that the more people we have who are going to sign it, that means these people are understanding me and slowly but surely removing themselves from indoctrination, from fear, from the reptilian and religious infestation. And that includes, of course, coronavirus, because as much as the religions have been created, as much as your cities have been created, as much as this computer has been created and the car you drive has been created, you know, coronavirus was created by the thought of negative people who are following the lead of the most powerful man on the planet, which happened to be racist. And I'm not blaming him directly. I'm blaming his stars, and I'm blaming the reptilians, not our president. He's like you and me. He's got red blood in his veins, okay? He's totally oblivious. He's totally unconscious. And so are all the people around you that are in place of power and control, who have their destiny in their hand, that they don't even know who the hell they are. That is absolutely detrimental to humanity. That's why all my work will serve future generation, because it's stuck on the internet for a long time, okay? You know, so the idea is to make a good use of my work. Now, yesterday I picked up the card of astrology again. I forgot. So today we're going to do this again. I waited the last part of the show to do that. So I have the cards. Again, you don't have to be with me in time and space for me to pick up your personal card. If you were doing a reading with me, and you got 12 of those to cover the 12 departments of your life. Remember, 12 apostle, 12 sins, 12 jury, 12 sign of the zodiac, the apostle, the 12 apostle, and so forth. So this card is a representation of the universal energy for today. So it could be good, it could be bad, I do not know. I just picked the cards, okay? And there it is. That is a beautiful card. That's the world, which means this video and this newsletter can reach the world. You see, Leo, the lion, the light, the sun, the force given. The sun is used by the Draconis to enlighten your spirit. And when you go out without your shirt, you're getting vitamin D, which is helping you to beat any form of disease and upgrade your immune system. Then you see Taurus, the bull, money, the bank, Merrill Lynch Corporation. This is the bull. It represents a solidity, a security that I'm able to offer you if you pay attention. Then you have you enter a new world, and you have the eagles above that, me putting wings under your wings to help you to race towards God cosmic design. So this is a beautiful card, which means a new world is opening to you if you pay attention and if you work with me. And that's the new world of Aquarius. So I hope that makes sense to you. Anything else, of course, you have to face me for an hour or 2 hours on either Skype or Zoom. That's up to you. But if you become a VIP, you're definitely going to get a serious deal. I want to thank all our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much to really show your support to my work. I want to thank all our very precious VIPs to allow us to guide them every single day with the moon passage through the belt of the zodiac and taking care of our daily guidance and forecasts. Following our daily guidance and forecasts. So I want to thank all of you. Again, I'm about to start to work for FedEx, transporting very, very important stuff to what is needed in the East Coast. I'm still waiting because all this stuff takes time now. It's not like it used to be where you could get tested and check on your record, criminal record. Of course, don't even have a parking ticket, and I never did anything wrong. So I'm going to be accepted, and I'm going to start to work. So until then, my friend, God bless all of you. And remember, be positive. Okay? We talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.